Yo, good morning. It's your boy Dame. This is 5 things that all 2004 GTO owners should do to their cars. Oh 05, oh 06 owners, I guess y'all can listen to. But this for my oh 04 boys. Stay tuned.
Warning: this video is for your enjoyment and to encourage all car and truck enthusiasts alike. No goal is too big when your dreams are involved. No cars or trucks were harmed in the making of this video.
Alright y'all, welcome back to another video. So the number one thing I want to touch on as far as things you should do to these cars, specifically the 04 cars. I'm not 100% sure if the 05, 06 cars had the same problem, but I made a video about this last year that touched on it, and I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, so the first thing you should do to these cars as soon as you buy them is to check under the hood and make sure that this fuel line right here is in good shape. Make sure there's no rips in it or anything like that. I replaced mine with a steel braided one just because, you know, I don't want any fires or anything crazy like that. But if you want more information on the reasoning behind getting that, I made a whole video for it. I'm going to drop it in the comment below, and check that out and let me know what you guys think. Okay, so the second thing that I think you guys should do, if you have a 2004 GTO, of course, I would definitely try to source out a 2005 to 2006 Ram era hood, because on the 04 cars, you know, we came with the flat hood without the nostrils, and it's probably the least aggressive looking car with that, you know, with that hood on it. Some people get them and they cut them up to fit a big intake under them because they don't want to mess up these hoods, you know, which I understand. But you can find these hoods usually Facebook Marketplace, or like some wrecking yards have them that specialize in like performance cars like Camaros, GTOs, G8s, you know, Hellcats, you know, muscle cars of that nature. But they're not that hard to find. The real thing is how much you want to pay for one. You get you a good one that's going to be about maybe a couple of $100. Some are like in excellent shape and you paying thousands of dollars. You know, I've seen them go up pretty high. But yeah, I sourced mine out from a guy down in I believe it was Toledo, Ohio. He was building his. I guess he was going with like a bigger cowl style hood, and he let me get this one for cheap. So you know, I had to hop on that as soon as I could before he posted it somewhere else, and it ended up selling really quickly. So yeah, that's definitely one thing you would want to do with an 04 car. So right now, I'm pretty much straight piped. I still have the factory manifolds on here. Probably looking to throw headers on here sometime this winter. Probably like high flow cats on them, or you know, something of that nature. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a cam just yet because I got other projects that I'm still trying to get finished. But you definitely have to put exhaust on these cars, man. Like I said, they come with dual exhaust already, but what I did, I cut out this side of the bumper so I could have duals on both sides. So right now I'm running, I believe that's a 3.5 inch tip, but I want to go with like a 4 or 5 just to fill up the gap a little more. But yeah, man, so that's one thing you definitely have to do. Here's a quick little exhaust clip right here. Let me know what you guys think. If you talk to any GTO owner from 04 to 06, I know a lot of people that hate these headlights, but me, honestly, on this car, when I first got it, my headlights were just so hazed up and jacked up. The housing was cracked, and for me to get a new pair of headlights, it was like $1,000 for the pair, or somebody would sell a pair that just wasn't even in that good of a shape, and they wanted like $300 just for one. You know, I get they're rare, it's a rare car, but that just didn't make any sense when I could just go buy these headlights for $200 a piece and run with it. These are the forbidden halos that everyone hates. But if you want your car to just look good and you don't feel like hassling with trying to get a brand new looking set of OEM lights, which is hard to find anyway, just go on over to eBay. I'll put the link below for the headlights, and you just get your set of these. You wire in the halos, and you know, everybody says the beam on them isn't that good at night. I think it's probably one of the best beams that I've seen. It's like a nice little flat line, you know, for the headlights when it shines at night. And it's something that I really like out of these. This definitely outworks the OEM lights that I had, so it was a no-brainer for me. But wiring in these halos, I wired these into my park lights. I know a lot of people either run them into like the fogs or something like that, but I wire mine into the park lights. I believe a lot of people do that as well. But I will say, do not wire these in if you do not know what you're doing. You can easily short out any electrical in this car, and that's something you don't want to do, because it's just, anything electrical is just not fun, and I don't think it's worth the headache and the hassle when you could just take it to somebody who knows what they're doing. Me personally, I didn't know what I was doing when I wired these in, but I found a way to get them to work, and had a couple people kind of guide me into doing it, because I'm not an electrical guy at all. So I try to leave that work to people that really know what they're doing, but I was kind of in like an emergency situation, and I was freaking out because the car was acting weird, because I think I did something I wasn't supposed to do, but I ended up figuring it out, and the car's back to normal. And now I got these beautiful halos. So that's definitely something I would recommend you do to your GTO, just to give it a better look, a more updated look, and overall just cleaner. Going back to the rear of the car, we are now looking at my SAP spoiler that I got off obviously a SAP GTO. This is not a reman spoiler. I found the guy who had this spoiler since his car was new, but I guess he sold the car a while back and he put a different spoiler on it. I think these spoilers really mimic the 69 Judge spoiler, and I think it's overall, it's just a different look for these cars. You know, this is what everybody, it was a package back then, and it was one of my dream cars, the SAP GTO, and I wanted to try to make mine look as close to one as possible. But yeah, I got lucky. And these wings, they go for a substantial amount of money, man. I've seen them go for at least $1,000. I was lucky enough to get mine way cheaper than that off Facebook Marketplace from the guy that I just mentioned. He hooked me up big time. Picked it up all the way in Cincinnati, Ohio. Me and my buddy, we spent the Saturday and we drove down there and picked it up. The light works. I painted over the light, but the light does work. I just don't have it hooked up because I have that third brake light over there in the rear window. But yeah, that's definitely something. I know it won't be easy to get, but if you can get your hands on one, that's definitely something that I would do. Another SAP feature you should put on your car is definitely these kidney grills to be different as well. I know a lot of people, they upgrade to these too, but I think these are definitely essential when you're getting a 04 GTO, even 05, 06. But yeah, with the these aren't the cheap ones. These are the ones from G8GTOTA.com. I think I spent about $300. No, I think it was about $250 for these. But yeah, they're pretty easy to put in. You take the bumper off, and there's like a few screws back there that you get, and the old grills pop off, and you slide these in, and you got yourself a good looking front end of the GTO. Now my next plan is to get the lower fascia to go down here to complete the SAP front end look, and it'll really bring the front end together. So yeah, that's definitely what you should do with an 04 GTO. Get you some SAP parts. Why not stand out and look even better than everybody else? P cars, they had different side skirts. They had those kidney grills I talked about, and they also had the lower fascia. They also came with the wing, the rear wing right there, and it also came with a different rear bumper. Now I kind of modified my rear bumper to look like a 05, 06 bumper, But the SAP bumper, it was like wide enough to put like quad tips. It came with quad tips, and it was like GTO like engraved into the back of the bumper. It was really cool. But that's another really expensive part that's really hard to find. If you know anybody that has one, let me know. The thing I'm going to talk about today is wider wheels. These cars come with such skinny wheels, and it's such a big little car. Like if they could have called this the Pontiac Biggie Smalls, that's what this car would be. But these cars, they come with like a small set of like 235s or 245s, and I couldn't do it. And you can only go but so big without doing any like body modifications, like rolling the fenders or anything. So on my car, I'm running a 265 35 18, I believe. These are Nittos. I'm trying to see where's it at? Yeah, right down there. You can't really see it. So these are 265 35 18. And my recommendation for any GTO owner, I would definitely look into getting a wider wheel package in the back. The front, you can, do a 235 40 or a 245 40, whatever you want to do. I've seen people go 275 up front, but I don't really care about the front. As long as I got a good enough stance and back spacing on the wheels, you won't really be able to tell. But on the rear is very important. Now, you can't really see it on camera, but with these 265s on here, it really beefs up the stance of this car. And it's something that I think everybody should do. Get you a wider wheel package. I think these are 8-inch wide wheels, and I threw a 265 on there. I know that's frowned upon from some people in this community, but I don't care. Like I said, you want to do what you want to do with your car, and I wanted to have the look of just like a real thick rear end on this car. I know that sounds kind of funny, but that's what I wanted, Yeah, wider wheels is definitely a must for me. If I get another GTO, I would probably do the same thing all over again. But wide wheels on these cars, you have to do it. You just have to. These already being rare cars. Whenever you get one, or if you do have one, my recommendation is be different. Try not to look like everybody else's GTO. Like mine, this is obviously not a factory color. I made mine to how I liked it, and I want it to be different. When I'm coming down the road, or if I'm at a Pontiac show, I know for a fact there's not going to be another GTO that looks like mine. You know what I mean? So build yours how you like it. Dare to be different. You don't have to have a yellow one. You don't have to have red or black, whatever like that. Do it how you want to do it. And if that is what you want to do, it's your ballgame, it's your car. You do what you want to do. You have your own fun. But my recommendation for any 04 owner, this can go for 05, 06 owners as well. Have fun with these cars. Take care of them. They're slowly going extinct. Just have fun. Be different. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching. See y'all on the next one. Peace.